Hey everybody, welcome to another post-game huddle here on the KHOE 11 Facebook page. I'm Jason Bristol with a cast of thousands behind me today as we are getting ready for the big mayoral debate here on KHOE 11 on Monday. As always, we pick one word to describe what happened in the Texans game. So hopefully there's enough of you out there watching us. I'm wondering if everyone is out getting their World Series merchandise. But that's potential. Oh, I'm hearing myself. Whoa, what's going on? I'm hearing myself. Okay. Your final is 30-23, as we all know. The Colts beating the Texans. Prior to this season, someone in this room thought that the Colts were the best team in the division. And this was certainly one of the games that you would look most forward to really get a sense of which team would be the best team in the division. Colts win 30-23. Jacoby Brissett, 326 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. So give me your one word to describe what happened today or how you would sum up the Texans today. That's what we do here on the post-game huddle. We do it each and every Sunday. And I'm going to try and get into Facebook here so I can see what you guys are saying. Of course, then again, with the Astros going to the World Series, I think we all might just be in a better mood, right? Even though the Texans lost. What a game that was last night. I'm not surprised they won, but it's just unbelievable how they won. I mean, you're facing one of the best closers in the past decade, and granted, I know he's not what he used to be, but and to have Jose Altuve come up and just unbelievable, unbelievable. Are you seeing any words, Lisa? Because I can't.
I am.
Okay.
Ryan says weak.
Weak. All right, first one on the board. Weak.
Chris says penalties.
Oh yeah. Or how about penalized?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it always kills me, a team, Bill O'Brien always seems like one of those coaches who stresses discipline. And this is one of those instances where discipline was not the strength of this team.
Debbie says unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That's a word I used last night. Larry, I see you over my shoulder here.
After last night's stellar victory
Uh-huh.
against the Astros, to me today's Texans game was deflating.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to go much the same. So we got weak, penalized, unbelievable, deflating. I was going to put let down. Unfortunately, we have Colts colors here, but that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles. So why can I not pull this up here on Facebook? Let's see. Let's see here. KHOU. Any other words? It's really must be real exciting for people at home to watch some guy trying to figure out his phone holding a whiteboard. Sorry about that. All right, weak, penalized, unbelievable, deflating, let down. Another word, another word, another word.
Luis says sloppy.
Sloppy. You know what? That might be the winner. But I'm not going to judge. That's kind of an early voting, but yeah, that's a good one. That was from Luis?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Both Mike and Laura say pathetic.
Pathetic?
Can you see it now? You good?
No. Thank you. Robbed. Armin says robbed. What was the other one that we had? What was?
You're pathetic.
Pathetic.
Yeah, we have a couple people say robbed.
Why would we say robbed?
The Watson.
Oh, I know why. The play in the grasp.
Oh, yeah.
Or the, yeah.
Touchdown.
I'm guessing that's what everybody means. I don't know. I mean, confused, Sue says. Is that Nate? I'm gonna write down, I'm gonna write what he says. That's funny. Did you see that, Lisa?
Yeah.
He wrote, "We not the Astros," all one word. Man, some of you guys out there, gals, guys, I mean, you guys are a trip. Man, sometimes I sit there and I say, I wish I had thought of that. Like last week we had supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, which I've outlawed, by the way. We're not going to be putting that one ever again. That goes into the Post-Game Huddle Hall of Fame. This one might get a nomination as well. Let's see. Okay, yes, so it was that a running theme with the Texans do nothing the first half, think they can come back in every game. You know, it is funny how this team always seems to start slow. Maybe it's best to speed things up. You know, it seems like that Texans offense, think how quickly they moved down the field. A couple of those instances when they went up tempo, maybe that's something to do. Maybe that's something to do. Start out a game almost like in that 2-minute offense, if you will. Just speed it up. No huddle. Let's see. Maria says lack of interest. Blanca says downfall. Unmotivated by Janet. I never really question the motivation of players. Certainly you can question execution and maybe effort after a while, but I'm sure they were very motivated. Mark wants to fire Romeo. Here we go with that again, which certainly that's been something that for years. You know, the Colts, here's the thing about the Colts. The Colts are a well-rounded football team. Maybe one of the best ones in terms of being well-rounded, in my opinion, that the Texans will face all season. That offensive line, as the Texans had mentioned earlier this past week, their offensive line, the Colts, they have their own highlight tapes. And like, how many offensive lines have a highlight tape? That's how good those guys are. Their defensive backfield is sound. They have T.Y. Hilton. And Jacoby Brissett is a pretty darn good quarterback. And when you have the skill players that he has and the depth, maybe that's the word, the depth that they had, you can be an above-average quarterback. You don't have to be a star quarterback. You're going to win a lot of games in this league with the roster around you. So I would not be surprised if this Colts team went deep into the playoffs. I would not be surprised one bit. And, of course, you saw what they did to the Texans in last year's playoffs. So Linda saying, any given Sunday. Jorge says, how about that Altuve and that walk-off? Go Astros. Jason says, time to get new refs. Andrew Luck retires, and we're still owned by the Colts. Miserable. Larry, Pop Warner. That's 2 words. We want 1 word. Weak, penalized. These are ones that have been suggested already. Weak, penalized, unbelievable, deflating, letdown, sloppy, pathetic, robbed. We not the Astros. We not the Astros. You know, that could be that could go for a lot of teams, yeah. Right? Not naming names. Let's see. Downfall. What do we got anymore? Flabbergasted. Janet. All right. We'll put that over here. I think that one's been used before.
Yeah, I just saw also James said inconsistent, which I think has consistently been a
yeah.
in recent
yeah. There's a lot of that though in this this NFL. Yeah. Except for a team coached by Bill Belichick. Buzzkill. Yeah, that's a word.
After last night, for sure.
Buzzkill.
Yeah, I mean.
I still feel good though.
Yeah, I think most people still feel pretty good. Jorge says, look, truth be told, I don't mind the Texans losing to the Colts, but when you're playing against another team and the refs come on the side of the NFL, it's why I barely watch anymore. You know, the rules, that's probably my biggest complaint about the NFL these days is just the number of penalties. Oh my God. And there's really the interpretation of rules. Maybe it's just because we have all these mediums now where we can talk about it that it just seems worse, but yeah, interpretations of rules is I think something that the league really needs to focus on, because it just seems week to week it doesn't really, you just never know what a call is going to be based on video review or replay. David says close. John says awful offensive game plan, usual bad secondary, bad coaches. Secondary is an issue, and it's not being helped by injuries either. That'll be something that is worth noting and looking at moving forward. Marshall says, how do we get owned by the Colts and Patriots every year? Enough is enough. Well, you're talking about teams that really do a great job drafting players, developing players, trading for players. That's why. I mean, I don't want to call, listen, the Colts are not on the level of the Patriots. Hi, Jim. Not on the level of the Patriots, but this is nowadays, I mean, the Colts are in some ways I don't say a model organization, but I think around the league there is a lot of respect for the Colts. Let's see. Gina says, what channel is game on tonight? Which channel, which game are you talking about?
She was asking about the Cowboys and someone let her know.
Well, yeah. I can tell you this, it's not on this one, so we got about 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Is that all right? Does that work? Okay.
Thank you.
Sloppy we had on here. That's the second sloppy. Let's see. All right, should we take a vote? How long have we been going here? I think everybody's just on this Astros high, you know. Weak, penalized, buzzkill, inconsistent, deflating, letdown, sloppy, pathetic, robbed. We not the Astros. Flabbergasted. All right, what are we voting for? Larry?
We not the Astros.
Oh, come on. That's not a word. I mean, you made it a word, but it's not a word. We should probably have to limit this. We probably have to limit this to things that are in like Merriam-Webster's dictionary or something like that. Maybe we need to have a Lisa?
Oh, it's hard. If we're looking at just this game, so penalties have driven me nuts the whole season.
Yeah. I think it could fall under this.
I think I'm gonna go with letdown, I'm gonna go with letdown.
Letdown. What do you want? Letdown? Jim, what do you think?
I didn't get a watch.
Well, here, look, right here. Here's the list of all the words. One word. Weak, penalized, unbelievable, deflated. Let down. All right, everybody. We're going to go with let down. As always, thanks for playing. Thanks for playing along. We appreciate everybody checking in on the KHOU11 Facebook page and being a part of this because it is therapeutic. It's therapeutic in many ways. So anyhow, we'll be on tonight's Sports Extra. Seth Payne from Sports Radio 610 is coming in, obviously, to talk Texans. Former Major League Scout Jeremy Booth, our baseball analyst, will be here breaking down everything about the World Series. I'm also going to have him look at that last at-bat by Jose Altuve. And from a scouting perspective, what did he see? Because the numbers, I have to believe the numbers would say the chance that Jose Altuve hits a home run in that instance are really low. So I want to see from Jeremy's perspective, from a scout's perspective, what did he see? And it might not even be that pitch. Sometimes it's what happens the pitches or pitch before. So that's coming up tonight at 10:30 on KHOU 11 Sports Extra. And one thing we'll need to talk about next time is we need fearless predictions for the Rockets season. Okay, everybody? So for everybody here in the KHOU 11 newsroom, I'm Jason Bristol. Thanks for tuning in to another post-game huddle.